Hail Chroniclers, Oakmiser Darkwood back with you again from hiatus to bring you the latest in EverQuest 2 news. This past Thursday, June 4th, the EverQuest 2 team streamed on Twitch TV. Devs Kander, Kathiel, and Kaith, and community manager Roshin held down the visuals, while devs T. Toby, G Ninja, and EverQuest producer Holly Longdale kept up relations in the Twitch chat channel. First, they opened up with Campaign 12 being announced, although the title nor the specific release date was announced. A feature of this expansion will be amplifying. It was shown off with the UI and the progression are in development. They encourage everyone to get into beta as soon as it's released, and they promise beta to be even longer this year than last year. Amplifying works with basic items that drop in the new campaign, allowing you to use baubles called infusers to level the items up, or in rare cases add powerful stats like Flurry. Platinum costs look to play their own role either independently or in conjunction with amplifying an item. Delays can be altered within a range of acceptable for the weapon type. Damage types can also be altered, like what we saw in the introduction of essences in Altar of Malice. This system allows for them to create less items generally, but give those new items more longevity. Reforging will still work on these items, and something called Enhanced Reforging was teased. However, it's unclear if this was in jest or not. With the expansion, they'll be releasing more agnostic dungeons of old content along with agnostic versions of content that's coming with the new expansion. The cap is still going to be level 95 for entry into an agnostic dungeon. Summer ethereals are happening again. This time, several waves are going to happen. Every wave lasts about 30 days, and across each of the waves, you have the available chance for every archetype to gain a weapon, secondary, and ranged item. If lucky enough or wealthy enough to buy from other players at the end of all three waves, you could see yourself having a primary, secondary, and ranged be ethereal in each of those slots. These items will drop from the final boss mob in all heroic Altar of Malice and Rum Cellar zones as a chest drop this time instead of a crate that comes with a quest. Summer ethereals will be an example of porting procs from jewelry to weapons and still keeping players as powerful or more powerful than before. Patch June 10th was seemingly an update to the drop rate for ethereals to have better chances. Going forward, they want to have less armor tiers and more remembrance of specific drops from specific mobs, like the flowing black silk sash drops from the Guk Assassin. Charms will still remain what Kanner calls, quote, the clicky awesomeness that they are. Tokens will be more useful for expendable items going forward instead of being used to purchase gear. An EverQuest 2 progression server was hyped up a bit. I'm going to touch on all the news for this in my next video, because the topic is so extensive and slightly controversial. Fabled Dungeons have been a yearly project for the team for the past 3 years. They have been going in order of expansions released, taking content from those expansions and scaling them up in difficulty, level, and gear provided, to provide a platform of nostalgia and content. This content is part of a free update that launches June 23rd. This year is Echoes of Fadewar, and they are recreating Court of Innovation, a Catechism, and Court of Valdoon as both heroic and advanced solo versions, and a raid and raid challenge mode of Freethinker's Hideout. These zones will feature new stat packages on items as a preview for what is to come. The challenge is in line with what is already considered acceptable gear for grouping and advanced solos, but the rewards are far greater than what you might think because of the stat package preview. Noras lore has long been a place of polytheistic religion, and with Campaign 12 they plan on making this a realistic ability for the players to access instead of devoting themselves to a single deity. Players will be able to earn tithe and expend it to expand what the current deity system already calls blessings and miracles. Along with this, they mention your restrictions on deities will still be greatly tied to your alignment, while altars may still provide a benefit in the future. As sort of a prelude to this, shortly after Fabled Dungeons, there will be some long-time requested expansion of the worshipful deity list. As a Releasee Mard retakes her position in the Pantheon, the Quest series will launch in early July. I hope to have a video giving a guide for the Quest series around the same time as the release. Also as a prelude to the Campaign is a live event currently listed on the in-game calendar as a malicious threat set for August 6th. The calendar notes 2 city factions have felt the presence in a nearby location. Now it's time to wrap up the video and shoot some facts they shot out during the video from the Q&A in response to claims in chat. Crossover dungeons are still in development. PvP as a topic and server merges as a topic are heavily in discussion so that correct solutions can be found instead of band-aids. EverQuest 2 is not going to be sunset. Kander will be developing until he is alive again. Kander heavily supports the guide program, and there will be new waves of apprentices coming. Guide forums are back and now moderated by the guides themselves. Tinkerfest is on test within 2 weeks and will go live July 17th to August 3rd. There are more scout changes on the way with the camp expansion, and a possible guild perk system is on the way, things that will be outside of the guild hall. We understand that you like the convenience of your cozy guild halls and want to see you in the open world instead.